Welcome back to Fire Emblem Heroes. Today I will be doing a summoning session on the Hero Rises banner, which I still haven't summoned on, in the legendary Yuri banner. There's also the kids banner that just came out. I may or may not summon on this. I do like kid units, but for right now, my uh, is gonna be mostly on these two banners. I do have a whole other lot of banners to summon on as well that I just haven't summoned on. So yeah, let's begin. We'll start off with uh, all the other banners that we have to summon on free, which is a lot because again I haven't summoned on them. So let's start with this banner that has Fire Emblem Hero units. I do have all three of them, so that's fine. I believe this one was for the what is it called, the Holo forms that ended. I didn't do well in that one. I didn't play a lot of it, so I will not be picking up any of those holoform units. Well, I would like to get Pen because this, I'm actually gonna go see if I can get Monica on blue. I mean, again, these are just free summons, and it looks like the only option is colorless, so that's what we're gonna go for. Legault. Dagger unit, not the correct one. So yeah, I haven't been uh, uploading videos this week. What else? Owen is I think green, so we'll go with Owen. I've been uploading videos this week for iterates, mostly because I just kind of messed up on Monday, and even though I had about 20 minutes to play, that first match really took an overly long time. Ended up going over the reset time, so it kind of wasted a full day. So, red, green, and blue. Okay, so I've been playing it, just haven't been recording it. I usually do record them, even though when I don't upload them, but not this week. I haven't been recording them at all. So, pretty much this summoning video should be the only thing this week. We should be back to normal next week. Yeah, for this one, I am going to be going mostly for air, not air, Ymir. And if not, we'll go for Celica. So green will go literally in the same order that is right here. Green, colorless, blue, red. But we'll finish all these free summons that we have left. This is probably like, I guess Hector technically is the best choice here just because chance this encounter, but yeah, I mean these units they randomly show up. Now this one, the other spring banner that was up, the one with Bonnie Veronica, I managed to free someone a let me see, it's Camilla, green, blue's Lucina. Yeah, I managed to free someone a 4-star focus Bonnie Crom on that one, so it was kind of weird. Bonnie Crom being out of this banner, I think the only one that I had before was Lucina and Sander. I know I have Sander like even merged because he randomly showed up on some of those banners where you can choose free units, I think. Alright, so we're finally here at the legendary Yuri banner. So we'll do a full circle here and then we'll move to a full circle on the I Hero Rises banner. I will be sparking for Yuri if I don't get him. But if I do get him, then I will be sparking for Ascended Air for merges. Those are the two units that I want the most out of this banner. It looks like we will not be getting a free Yuri to start off. But yeah, I'm hoping for airs and obviously Yuri being the new banner, the new hero for this banner. I don't like now the whole use a legendary hero in arena for to give you your max scoring. So before they made this change, like I didn't really play arena seriously. Like I would just do my 5 matches. I do like 3 matches every day. Really didn't care about it. At least put in a team that could score, but never like optimize. But once this change hit, it was like it was actually the first time I got into tier 21. And right now I'm pretty much in tier 20.5, which I go uh, up and down between both tiers. And it's mostly because like of the change, like being able to use the legendary for that season. So basically, my arena teams are always the same thing. It's just two legendaries, the one that is in season and another one the one that is the bonus and another one that's in season. And then two mythics. And that's pretty much. For this one, of course, I'm hoping for all of them. Like, all of them would be fine. I guess Veronica would be the best, and at least one copy of Ophelia, since she is a rearm hero. But this banner doesn't have all the colors, right? But since I'm just sparking, technically this banner only has red and colorless, isn't it? Yeah, 3 reds and 1 colorless. So technically, someone on anything that's not red and colorless is a waste. But yeah, I think I might switch out to just someone red and colorless. That will cost more orbs. But at least this will actually be my first time summoning with summoning for something on a banner that has the charges, the 3 charges. So yeah, I think I'm gonna switch on just red and colorless on this banner. There's really no point on green and blue. On this one, of course, being a legendary mythic banner, all the colors are good because always change for merges and mythics and legendaries. If we actually pull something, that's the whole other thing. You actually have to kind of summon things. So things that have changed in the game lately, we got Emblem. All right, this is good for merges. This is a neutral Emblem. Interesting. Definitely, I think that one I have is... Actually, I don't remember what it is. I know it's not the best of IDPs, but... Julia. I think it's Julia. Is it Julia? No, Azura. Alright, we got 4-star special Azura. Plus attack minus res. We'll give you the dancer mark. Yeah, she actually has 0 fodder whatsoever, so she is strictly for merges. And it is a shame that even 5-star dancers weren't treated the same as 5-star healers, in which they got refines. But yeah, so no 5-star healers. 5-star healers got fine. Dancers, not unless you're a mythic or legendary. You're not getting a refine. All right, but yeah, so some of the things that have been happening in the game, of course, the kids banner, which is, I really like the kids banners. I think they're pretty interesting. Ugh, only one single orb to summon on. So yeah, this is like the problem with not going full circle. You're just gonna end up sometimes not even getting a single thing to summon on. But yeah, we will just go for that. We'll summon against. We only got one. Okay, a little better this time. But yeah, it's interesting to see the design of the kids. And most of the kids turn out to be like the strongest versions of themselves. I guess for Tana, which now has a newer unit that came after her child unit. So you got uh Kid Tana and Rearm Tana. Both of them are slightly different, and both of them can do like similar things. The whole teleporting within two spaces. I guess Rearm Tana being a range unit does have a little more flexibility on it. All right, go back to the legendary banner. And on this one, pretty sure I haven't talked about Yuri yet. So very interesting that the way they designed him this time. They didn't give him everything in his weapon. They kind of gave him everything in his C slot instead of like regular Yuri that has his canto and his stream movement on his weapon. They this time moved it to his um prefer skill. What is it? I know it's his hero relic, like Dromy something. But yeah, moving it to his C slot, and then they gave him anti stall. They're like, oh, you get to move 3 spaces, but if you get stall, it disables you getting 3 spaces. So now you just move 2 spaces. So I mean, it keeps Yuri with what he is, all about mobility, probably the most mobile unit in the entire game. 3 movement canto, 3 movement canto, and the ability to reposition someone or swap with someone 3 spaces away. Has always made him a really strong unit, doing things that nobody in the game can do. Like foul play still, oh, there he is. Foul play is still a unique skill that has not been given in any shape of way or form to other units. So plus speed is really good. Minus HP is not bad. So this is actually a pretty optimal one for an unmerged one. And then, yeah, attack Hex Blade is Sorcerer Blade 3, which is a skill I completely had forgotten that existed. I don't even remember who has the tier 3 version of this skill. The seal speed, yeah, Feathers of Dromy, that's what it is. So yeah, like the extra movement skill, the anti-stall, and then he has inflicts penalty inflicting penalties on the enemy afterwards. So we got Yuri. Pretty good. So now we can spark for air for merges. Colorless and red. Colorless and red. I do have to remember that we're going colorless and red on this banner. And about this banner, obviously, I Hero Rises is always a great banner for to get units from. I mean, these are units that the community itself votes, and the fair player base for votes for. So I mean, this is what the units that people consider to be the best. So it's never a bad thing to have units from here. I mean, there is the yearly less hate on Edelgard for getting on this banner routine, but next year we'll probably have Edelgard again on the banner, even though there is, as of this moment, not a new Edelgard to summon on. Again, a single orb is like the worst thing because it's the most expensive choice to go for. Reinhardt, Sorhar. Again, another unit that has absolutely no fodder. So all he does is get merged. Let's go back to Legendary Banner. So yeah, again, that banner, the Ahir Rise is always good value. Some people value different things. Obviously, some people value merges, some people value fodder. The only unit that I did wish kind of had been on the banner was again Edelgard. It's just the way the bracket ended up being wasn't really optimal to have certain units be at the same time at the end. So it was a shame about that, but what you gonna do is they go for boarding gauntlet, which is kind of to add a little bit of randomness to it and to make it not only be the top four units that people vote for. So even though Edelgard was the most voted unit for, she was Summer Edelgard. I mean, I know there was two Edelgards in the banner, so even though Summer Edelgard was one of the most voted unit, it unfortunately did mean that she didn't make it past round one because that again is kind of become a tradition now that Edelgard gets on the banner and everybody wants her out of it. Even though at that point she was the best unit in that banner due to the fallen version of her being in that banner, both of them kind of got dragged down. Ew, single colorless. So this is why I really hate like sniping for colors because sometimes you just end up with a single color you can summon them and end up with nothing for it. So that's like the one thing. Like, sure, getting a circle like this is amazing because you can actually go for it, but sometimes you just don't get any units that you wanna. You don't get any colors to summon on. Nina, which I think she was the newest healer that we had gotten, and of course, young Lucius is now our brand new healer, which again, the kid banners tend to have really, really good units, and they don't even skimp on the free unit. Like all the free heroes, all the free kits have been great. We have a young Minerva, which she came with her own pref skill. Not by now the worst best skill. I mean, it is still IO Shield on it, so it is not bad. But oh, we got Ophelia, so we got our first 5-star exclusive from this banner, and it's our first rearm hero. The only problem with Ophelia that I hope they don't make with any more of these rearm heroes is not giving them a press skill, just to separate them from other units, so they're not just fodder. So yeah, to separate them from like what you're gonna inherit it to other units. So I do hope. So as with Dwyer, we got two of them in this circle, both of them 3-star. So I right now it's mostly just her and Ganglot, the only two rearm heroes that don't have a unique skill to themselves. So they're pretty much just stat units when comparing to whoever can inherit pretty much everything they come with since they don't have a prep skill. So the only thing that they have to compete in is on stats. So this is why I do hope that from now on, every rearm hero has a preferred skill. So this is our first off focus unit, and we should get a charge. So we got our first charge. We'll continue summoning. So the charge thing is pretty cool. Again, first time I gotten it. First time I summoned on it and with it because mostly I have been only summoning on legendary mythic banners and those don't have charges. So and yeah, I wish it had been something that had been introduced pretty much since the beginning of the game because it does help uh, safeguard you against extremely bad luck, which I have gotten extremely bad luck. Like pretty much the one I always go for is summoning for when I was summoning for Bride of Fjorm the first time she came around. I summoned so much on that banner and ended up with not a single Fjorm. Summoned 7 other 5-star exclusive. I believe because that banner had come out right after our very first 5-star demos removals, like the first time they remove units from the 5-star pool. At that point in time, there were only 8 5-star exclusive units in the regular summoning pool. So outside of Bride of Yuma at that moment, I summoned 7 out of those 8 and never summoned Bride of Fjorm. So, um, yeah, that's why, man, we like probably the worst banner the worst time I ever had summoning a banner was that just because I wasn't even able to get the unit that I wanted and I summoned every other colorless unit. The only other unit that was at that point in time that I didn't summon was um what is it? Loki. And basically I didn't get a Loki until pretty recently that I randomly got a Loki out of it. But yeah, so I really do like these uh 3 charges, but sometimes you get something like this. And this is the one bad thing about like monocolors or just 2 colors that there are gonna be times where you're just not gonna have the color of the banner and you just pretty much end up wasting orbs. But yeah, going back to the kids banner, Free Lucius, again, all they made it so all the kids have a preference weapon, which is good. So Lucius has become our first Grail healer with a pref weapon. I mean, not that we had too many of those, since the only other Grail healer that we have are Nana. Um, yeah, Nana, the Scion Nana. Um, the which one's the other one? I know there's 3 if I remember correctly. So Scion Nana. Which ones are the other ones? I know it's a cavalry healer the other one. What is her name? I'm really terrible with names. I have said this many times before, but I really forget names. Um, One of them is a GHB, and what the other one is a Grail is a Tempestral unit. I just do not remember either one of their names. But yeah, none of those three units have a pref weapon. So Lucius is the first one that we get with a pref weapon. And since I guess for him, the only one that should, when their time comes around for a refine, would be the GHP healer. What is her name? Again, cannot remember her name, but she should get a refine because all GHP units have gotten a refine. Not Tempestral units, since Tempestrals tends to have a lot of the seasonal units, and seasonal units without a pref weapon don't get refines. So, but all GHP units have gotten a refine. So she should get a refine. So that would mean eventually we'll have two of them, unless they add another one down the line. But as of right now, yeah, Lucius being the only one with a pref weapon, which is again not a bad weapon that he got. And for some reason they decided that to make him have insane an insanely high resistance and attack. So they basically made him a red. They took the red mage archetype for this game and then just made him a healer, which is kind of funny in a way. But yeah, he does have workable speed, but you'd really just be building for his strengths, which are attack and resistance. As for all of the other kids, Mark and Lynn, very interesting choice. Elwood and Hector. Hector bringing a brand new skill, a new special to the game. Then should hopefully. Oh wow! Ascender Alincia. I was not expecting Ascender Alincia. That's a surprise. I do already have one. I did summon for her to spark for her on her banner. Minus speed plus defense, definitely not the best. Not the best. What you call it? Not the best stats. Bunzer Banes, Floss, and all right. So we got another Ophelia, and that resets our charges. So far, two Ophelias. All right, let's finish the legendary banner. I lost my turn to where was I? Africa. But so other things that happened in the game, of course, we got our refines for this month, which again I haven't talked about. The only unit that I don't have out of the refines this month, of course, is Dual Alphonse, which got a really good refine. Pretty much anytime they add true damage reduction to a unit, that automatically makes that unit better. So any unit with true damage reduction automatically shoots up on the rankings. I mean, just look at Brave Dimitri. At first, people just, before he released, people were very, oh, sorry about that. Before he released, people were very excited about him. Then he released, and people found out that he just wasn't that good because his rest was really, really low. So he couldn't really get make much use of his this encounter built in, and not having slain effect also hurt him, and being in a really awkward speed tier really hurt him. So he was missing a lot when he first released. But then he's refined, they gave him that true damage reduction, and that automatically just completely flipped him up to become an insanely good unit. I'm gonna just finish this to get to the sparking. But yeah, to get to the top of the line, so Dual Alphonse getting true damage reduction makes him pretty strong unit, very similar to Duo Asker, which I mean that is their Asker is their god, so it makes sense that he takes a little bit after Asker. I mean, both of them being duo units, but yeah. So Duo Asker, which is an insanely annoying unit to just try to get rid of sometimes. He's just extremely bulky because true damage reduction. So giving Alphonse true damage reduction really improves him a lot, especially in the post duo hindrance world that we live in. Will we see a resurgence of him? Will he come back to the meta like he was uh before the duo hindrance came out? That remains to be seen. I mean, a lot of people do have him, and a lot of people do have him highly merged, so it is possible to see him back. So we did not get any airs out of this. I think we only got 2 units out of it. So not the best for a legendary mythic summoning session. Only getting 2 units, Yuri and Emblem. All right, let's go for our first spark on this. Still have 8 more summons to do. Hopefully we get... Oh, we didn't lose our charges. I thought we lose our charges once you get a actual unit from the banner, but I guess not. Or were both of them colorless? I don't remember who we got anymore. Yeah, Elincia. And who was the other one? Yeah, Elincia, and I do not remember who the other unit is. It just happened, but all right. So we got what? 5 more. So give me a full circle to summon on, or not. But yeah, so far not bad, at least on this one. We got 2 Ophelias. Hopefully we can get something else. I wouldn't mind another what's it, for Mortis, and definitely would like a Veronica. But we will take whatever we get. Oh, this is not finding a lot of topics to talk about, even though there are plenty of things. Also, yeah, we were talking about refines. In Edelgard, as I predicted, got Raging Storm built into her weapon because Edelgard. So now every Edelgard not named Brave Edelgard has Raging Storm built in, or has Raging Storm in their kit. Legendary Edelgard is really close to her refine now, so that will be interesting to see what her refine does for her. If it pushes it up, just like every other Edelgard has been climbing on the ranks, like they get refined. Okay, so we did get a for Mortis. Cool. I think this one does reset our thing just because that was a colorless, and I know Elincia was one of them. I don't remember who the other one was. All right, last summon here before we spark. And can it be another for Mortis? Just for fun. At least it is a 4-star. No, Joseph Brady. All right, so as I said, I am going for Air as my free summon. This is actually a pretty good banner. Like, a lot of the colors are really good. Like, you got Ninian, which is probably the best dancer in the game right now, just because of her self dance, Gale Force, whatever you want to call it. Emblem, Yuri, AHR, Goto, which turned out to be a much better unit than people thought was going to be. Like, basically, being a range unit fixed the problem that I had, because that's what Goto is. Goto is just basically new Brave Ike. And the big problem that Brave Ike had was hardy bearing and having very low resistance. All right. Who am I gonna free someone? Veronica. I guess I don't have Camilla, but and I do like Vantage strats, like new Vantage strats, like that. So Camilla might not be a bad idea just to have her. I can try to get some Vantage strats into my team, but passing up on a legendary and a mythic is just really hard. So I think I'm gonna go for Mortis just for the merge. Since, yeah, legendary and mythic heroes, especially mythic heroes, are what I merge the most. So this would put my for Mortis +2. This one, the one we summoned on earlier, and the free one everybody got. All right, we also have some free summons we can do here, and as we've been doing before, we're gonna continue going on colorless, if not red. That's the one that we're following. So now we have a new choice: green or blue. I guess we'll go green. I've been summoning only colorless and the off color being red, but this is the first one we go for green. And it's Hector. All right, distant counter. That's pretty much all he is right now. I mean, our mods didn't get a refine. I mean, I guess it did get it. You can have a Thunder Arm, not Thunder Arm mods, Berserker Arm mods, and that got a refine. So that's pretty much what he's supposed to be running. Other than that, yeah, distant counter. That's pretty much what Hector is. Mist. Oh, Mist. Your refine is actually not bad. That panic, I guess, threaten panic effect that she has is pretty good, but she's just so frail. Her defenses are so low. All right, and our last, I was gonna say healer, but our last colorless unit is Kanigis. All right, that's not bad because he does have distant defense 4. Yeah, distant defense 4. And I guess with his refine, he is a pretty good tank on his own volition. So the only thing that we're gonna do is just clear this raid because it is way too high to leave. Hopefully, one circle is all we need just to clear it. And if I get another air right here, that would be great as well. And okay, order. Now, order is an interesting one for me because dual skills are very important for me since, again, I mostly use my legendary and mythics in arenas, so that would allow me to use Guntra in arena as a better scoring mythic, but oh, okay, not is good because this puts mine at +4, I want to say, plus the extra one that I have. Oh, I didn't see. Other is plus attack minus speed, and also plus attack minus speed for not, which is funny for them to be here together since they were engaged. So, well, kind of engaged. So yeah, that's kind of funny to see them both here together. Abel. Now, how many ores do I got left after this? Actually, no. There is one more banner that we didn't summon on. Oh, we got Harding. So this kind of makes up for the bad luck getting to 40. Because now this puts us at 5 stars as opposed to only 2. And can we close it up with an air? Can I close it up with an air? It is a 4-star at least. No, it's just Cat, which we got a lot of her in this summoning session. All right, yeah, there is one more banner. I forgot. So, yeah, green, colorless, blue. And this one we're only going for the free summons. Would be nice to get more Yamirs, but we're just going for the free summons. Sheena, which she surprisingly hasn't gotten an ult yet. Like, she's been here since the beginning of the game, but it's a unit that hasn't gotten an ult. And she was like the counterpart to Effie at the start of the game, so Effie got ults. So maybe Sheena will get an ult at some point in time. But for now, we'll just finish this last banner, and I believe that should be it. I'll check how many ores I have. Maybe someone on the kids banner if we have enough orbs. I don't think so. I think we only need 160 something to summon on. I think it's 165 for the spark. All right, so far we got nothing out of it. And our last ticket. Can I get a clutch Ymir right here? Nope, 3-star. So yeah, let's double check, make sure none of these banners have summon on him. So yeah, only the kids banners left. So I will leave, since I don't have enough orbs to summon on it, I'm gonna leave it right here and probably will summon on it with the mythic banner at the end of this month, since those two will overlap. What other banners? And there should be a new heroes banner that should overlap with those two as well. Which this time I'm pretty confident saying the next new heroes banners will be an engaged banner, and it should be a Brodia banner, like both of the Brodian royals. Uh, in what's her name? Names. So for that banner, I'm pretty sure like the next engaged banner will be a Brodia banner, and the 4 units that we're gonna get on the banner are again the two Brodian royals, our Dagger Ninja Girl, well, our Dagger Assassin. She, yeah, she should be the 4 star, and I believe that if they do add her, she will be the Dagger rearm hero. So I'm calling it now. Both Brodians. The what is her name? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm bad with names. I cannot remember names. But yeah, comes with Micaiah when as her emblem ring when during her chapter when she is introduced, she gets Micaiah, which means she will probably have a brand new assist skill exclusive to her that heals, or maybe she'll come with like the plus version um of okay. I need to remember the names of those, at the very least, those two skills. So she'll probably come with the tier 4 versions of what are they called? Ardent Sacrifice or Reciprocal Aid. Just to like reference her and Micaiah's relationship. So, or maybe they'll just give her straight up sacrifice from Micaiah just as a reference for her, since non healer Micaiahs have sacrifice. So, yeah, she'll have those skills, and she'll be our rearm dagger. And then the 4th unit, which would be the D mode, should be the um, armor girl. That is um, the retenant the what is that word? The well, the one that the armor girl that works for the older Brodia sibling. She should be the demo unit. And as the GHB, it could either be Hortensia, which Hortensia is the one that you fight on the bridge when you first meet the first of the two Brodian brothers, or it could just be one of the four, what's it, the 4 wolves, the 4 dogs, the one of the 4 generals from the enemy army. Could be one of them. But yeah, definitely, I do believe that the next banner will be engaged banner, and it will be the Brodium siblings, which means 2 male units in a banner. Pretty rare, but it should balance out by the other 2 females, and our dagger rearm hero will be there. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this summoning session. I didn't talk about the rest of the refines, which I believe all the refines were pretty good on this banner. Even Bantu, which I believe is probably the worst one, but that's just because he's the 4-star hero, even though he has like the tier 4 seals in his weapon. So it is still pretty good, but if I was putting all of them, it would probably be him at the bottom, and then Conrad next, Silk, Edelgar, and of course, Duo Alphonse being the best one just because of the true damage reduction. But that is it for today. So once again, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Oh, Wait, no, hold on. Before we go, we'll take a look at the actual units that we got just for completion's sake. So we got Emblem, Yuri, 2 Ophelias, 2 for Mortis, and other not hardened as the units that we summon on. We got Air in where is Air? Oh wait, Air NA for Mortis was what we spark for, and our 4-star specials were Azura, Reinhardt, Miss, Hector, and actually no, not Miss Hector, Mix Hector, and Kanagis were from our arena tickets. So yeah, 4-star specials were Azura and Reinhardt, and off banner units Elencia and Mospel. There we go. That's and yeah, this is that chroma I told you about that I picked up um recently from summoning on the Bunny banner, the Veronica Bunny banner as 4-star special. But yeah, that does complete this for today. So once again, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye.